So you're welcome to StockTrack. I raised I indicated earlier that we are a downstream company providing assurance and advisory service. That's all we do. And our assurance services can be both in technology, fiscal operations, and facilitating activities in the supply chain. We are not a zero client company. We have quite some multinationals who have engaged us to do some things so far. Our activities are really focused on trying to optimize the fundability of the industry at any point in time. The team, I think, have walked all of us through. Mr. Sabara Grant used to be, he spent about 30 years in TOR. He's an engineer. Mr. Bath is here. William, I've introduced him already, and myself. And Rosemary, she's a director and a lawyer with over 10 years standing at the bar. So let's go to StockTrack, straight to the point. All StockTrack is doing is to create a central data execution nexus for the entire supply chain in the sector. So make life very simple for everyone. Today, let me go this way first. It may be much easier. I'll come back to this. Today, the MP is responsible for supply. Now, there are different actors in the supply chain who have different activities that will affect our ability to sustain supply in our country. You see the people to the left. All these people have an influence over our supply chain. They are regulated by the MP or by government in some form. On the other side are other group of players. The first two who are actually even more powerful than almost everybody on the left, whose activities can affect supply in our country. So the decisions that they take are on the side and outside of the visibility of the MP or government at any point in time. I hope you all remember the shortages in 2014. And I was interviewed. I said, you were part of those who tried to seek my thoughts then, and Mabel. And you were accusing me of not releasing products, and that can I confirm there were products in the country? And I told you, yes, there are products in the country. Then you asked why we're not releasing. And I used the term lock and key. Now you have products in the country, but you do not necessarily have access to the products. Because the financiers and the international oil traders who funded the product are not comfortable with the credit arrangements with the people who are supposed to make the product available, because we were not paying them. So yes, you can have products in the country, but you may not have it accessible. Today, as we speak, government at no time has visibility on how much products are available and accessible. So when government is planning, to always have problems. Today, as we speak, the BDCs are the ones that government will deal with. Now, BDCs will always give government information that we are buying from somebody, this person is coming, it is coming. Whether it is coming or is not coming, government can never tell. All you see is whether a vessel will come or a vessel will not come. Or whether a vessel will come and the BDC will say, you know what, I can't handle it, somebody else is handling it. So the challenges in the supply chain are not visible to government at all. From a policy stance, I've been an advisor to opposing governments, and I'm sure you are all aware of that. I sat on the advisory board at the Ministry of Energy during Honorable Boa's time, all the way to Napo's time. I've been in the system from the policy side. I see the weaknesses and the challenges in there. But this can be solved through technology. We are trying to get everybody within the ecosystem into one frame where the regulator or the minister can have full visibility in a very friendly manner of what is happening to supply across board. The decisions that everybody is taking, the IOTs, the international oil traders, the financiers, collateral managers, the refineries, the BDCs, the inspectors, the tank farms, the depots, and any other key player who affects supply. Every decision that they are taking that will affect the supply situation in the country, they have one central visibility over it. What does that for them is that it gives them preemptive opportunities to de-risk any challenges that they see or face. We'll go through some processes. So we call it end-to-end, not because we are assuring revenue. We don't assure revenue. It's not our business. We are talking about supply and how to make sure everybody's activity within the chain is visible and comfortable through technology. So we have something called LACAN. LACAN is a slot, a date slot that you are given to deliver products into this country. That LACAN is administered by the NPA. The NPA gives the LACANs to BDCs or BIDEX now. Forgive me, I use BDC because most of you are more comfortable with that name, but the new term for them are BIDEX, bulk import, distribution and export companies, BIDEX, and also to refineries, because these are the ones, people who import products. If refineries will import crude, the BIDEX will import products. So you give them slots. As a government, when you're going to give somebody a slot, there's a need for you to have a mechanism to go to ascertain the reliability or credibility of that counterparty to make sure they deliver on that particular slot. So if I want to give ATO a slot, what are the things that will make sure ATO can deliver? And if I give him a slot to bring in maybe 100 million liters of oil, that 100 million liters of oil will come. Remember, government's primary focus in policy at all times is the supply, even before price. It's always supply before price, because shortages are not a function of price, they're a function of supply. You understand? So governments need to prioritize that. So when government gives you a slot, we have only 10 slots in a month, maybe sometimes extended, maybe 12, 11 or 12, I really like that. If people fail, we can have a shortage situation in the country. So what we have done in this system is to create a system that where NPA puts up its LACANs, as in the slots that are available. And Mr. A or Mr. B says that I want this slot. NPA will ask you, or the system will ask you, who is giving you the money to bring the thing? Because if you don't have funding, the cargo cannot come. Who is supplying you? Where are you going to put it when you come? And definitely you need to also know which depot or which port you want to deliver it. When you choose all these things, our system is structured so that there's automatic notification to every one of it. So if Fidelity Bank is the one funding you, Fidelity Bank will get a notification to confirm whether what Mr. A said is true or false. If you say Vitol or British Petroleum is supplying you, they will get their notification. They will confirm that I have an arrangement with Mr. A to supply them this quantity. That's correct. You understand? Then you say this is also coming to be stored somewhere else remotely. The person who is supposed to give you the storage, if it is Bost, if it is Tema Tank Farm, whichever tank farm, the tank farm will also go there and confirm. If it declines, the NPA too can have remote visibility to know that you, Mr. A, looking for this particular LACAN, you have not checked all your boxes, you've not resolved all your arrangements. So it's going to be risky for us to give you the slot for the import. So solve your problems before you come. What this does is that it minimizes the risk of performance failure on the part of PSPs once governments give them LACANs to do. Then the pre-cargo delivery thing is largely just dealing with a few things here. When the supplier that you have hired to bring it, the British Petroleum or the Vitol or the Trafigura is supposed to bring the product, he goes on this system, and through this system the NPA or government can know that the cargo is really coming. So if you say you are coming, who are you bringing it to? Where it is going? Everybody will come back and confirm. The first one is what you planned to do. That's when your planning was okay, we gave you a slot. Now you are actually doing. Let's look at all the provisions in there. Today what we do is largely manual. It's largely manual and it's more reactive. The MP will just wait for somebody to give them notification of that. But it doesn't work. But with this, they have preemptive advanced information and visibility. When cargoes are delivered, every single person in the chain has full view. So this creates total transparency for everyone. Then we have a cargo delivery suite. This cargo delivery has to do with the cargo itself being discharged onto our shores, it's coming and all that. There are inspectors who are supposed to inspect it. From the pre-cargo delivery side, the international traders can appoint the inspectors. MPA can automatically know who they've appointed. They won't wait for cargo to come in before they know who's been appointed. The person who has been appointed will prepare. These are the processes and systems that we've put in place. When certificates are being issued, it is automatically generated from our system. All right, then we have a finance lane management, which is one of the most critical parts of this whole solution. Ghana has never had shortages because there are problems with supply in the world. No matter the price of oil, oil has been available since we started consuming oil. The only problem that has caused shortages in this country is one word: money. L'argent is financing. Has been the only problem that causes shortages in this country. So the financing is at the heart of this whole solution. As a matter of fact, it is what has inspired this whole solution.